Did Larry? It may be, I don't know whether he'll come any later because of the cold. It's really cold here. It's actually precipitating as we speak, and nonetheless, we have the voters who have pretty much decided that they'll brave the weather no matter what happens. They're voting here at Mutomo Primary School in the county of Kiambu in Gatundu South constituency rather. Did not begin at 6 a.m. sharp. The first person to be let into the polling station walked in at 6:18. However, it has gone on pretty smoothly. We've had some people who are complaining at times when they see some people being given priority to get in to vote, and or sometimes it looks like it's a bit of a crowded line towards the entry of the polling center, but a polling station rather. But it was nothing alarming really, and you know, some of it is just very exciting for many of these people who are very happy to be here to vote, to cast their vote. You know, democratic rights being put into practice, and so the line stretches pretty far off. We've got a gentleman from the security forces who's been helping to just check people's IDs and ensure that those who need to go to their lines, because the queues are actually being put according to their names, and the names, some of them may not be as long. So if you've got a unique name like you, Larry, probably might have an easier time going in. And so we'll probably just try and talk to some of these people to just let them tell us why they have actually decided to brave this cold and come and vote today. Labda tuongee na habari ya leo.
Nzuri sana.
Na leo umejitokeza na kuna baridi sana. Mbona umeona lazima uje hapa?
Ni lazima niingie nichaguane.
Unaona manufaa gani kwa kuchaguana kwa leo?
Manufaa leo inaonekana uko mzuri sana.
Asante Sara. You see, he said he has to vote, and so wacha tuongee na wewe mzee, labda utuambie baridi. Naona uko na jacket lakini umejikinga, lakini bado umeamua utakuja. Ulifika hapa saa ngapi?
Nilifika hapa mwendo wa saa 10. Na mpaka saa hii niko kwa line. Lakini sibaduki. Mpaka niache nimepiga kura.
Mbona unaona ni muhimu sana upige kura?
Naona ni haki yangu kupiga kura ndio nijichagulie viongozi wenye nataka.
Natoka hapo unaenda nyumbani kungoja matokeo.
Hapa naenda nyumbani nikunywe chai alafu nilale.
Usingizi inarudi polepole.
Kabla nikuje nilikuwa bado sijalala. Nilikuwa na hiyo hamu ya kuja kuchaguana.
Ulikuwa unaogopa utalala sana?
Nilikuwa naogopa nisichelewe.
Asante sana. 4 a.m. Before 4 a.m. he was here at around 4 a.m. according to what he tells us, and he could not risk sleeping because he'd have overslept and find it was already 5 p.m. and he would not have voted. And so we can talk to one of the ladies here. Atuambie mbona amefurahia sana, amejitokeza kwenye hii baridi. Mama, labda tuambie umejitokeza kwenye hii baridi, naona umeshika ID yako, uko tayari sana. Mbona umeamua lazima uje hapa leo?
Nimeamua lazima nije hapa leo. Mbona nimeamua nije hapa juu nimchague rais wetu arudi hapo tena miaka ile hiyo ingine 5.
Sawa, asante sana. Yes, someone a decided voter. Then we'll prompt to speak to some of the youth here, some of the young people here. Labda tuambie baridi, naona hudi na kusaidia, lakini umeamua upigane nayo hadi upige kura. Ulifika hapa saa ngapi?
Nilifika hapa 5. Niko hapa.
Na utafika mahali usio umechoka urudi?
Siwezi rudi, lazima nipige. Nimalizane na hii maneno.
Sawa, asante sana. And so we could see the queue keeps extending and it goes all the way to the gate there and even beyond, because people have braved the weather. Some, like we've had, some of them have been here since 4 a.m. Some before 4 a.m. because we arrived at this police station, that's Mutomo Primary School, which is in Gatundu South constituency. We got here at around 4:30 a.m. and there was already a line. And while before we even got here, by 3 a.m. we could already hear border riders, you know, hooting and making a lot of noise, trying to say they were waking people up because they said this is not an exercise that needs anybody to miss out on. And so they're very keen on making sure that they have everybody, as many people as possible, getting out to vote. And we could see we've got, like I said earlier on, Larry, we've got some security personnel who are helping with just help people identify where they need to go and line up, so that you don't line up where you should not be, because you might end up being in a queue for so long, yet you should have already gone and voted, because the queue that you're meant to be at is pretty much short and doesn't need you to queue in the long one. And we know that President Uhuru Kenyatta will be coming to cast his vote here much later on. We don't know, we just know that within the next few hours he should be coming here, and I'm sure the voters who share a polling station with him will pretty much be excited to have the head of state, who's also gunning to get himself re-elected into office, coming here to cast his vote for all the 6 positions that are up for election today. That's spanning right from the member of county assembly all the way to the president. And so we see the excitement here is pretty much trying to push away the cold. The cold is actually coming down in form of precipitation, and so for those who possibly are not used to this kind of weather, it is quite the experience. But we see a lot of some semblance of organization here. We see the lines are moving, and we saw there was some priority given to the older people. Early on when we began, there was an old lady actually who started off the whole process by praying, and she prayed for everyone and actually had all